Today, before I get a ride on the 400, and it's a beautiful riding day today, I wanted to share some information about Iridium plugs that I've used in the past, and I want to put a brand new set in, and just for my own satisfaction here, since it's a never-ending job keeping RD400s running on a razor edge, and you always have a spare plug with you too. That's a great idea. Anyway, I've had real good luck with Iridium plugs. I want to share that information. I got a couple of new things in the mail today, and some information that I think would be worth sharing. So I hope you enjoy this video. Today we have some really nice weather to deal with, but a very limited amount of time, so it's a good time to take out. I have a couple little things I want to share with the RD. I want to get it prepped up, and when I get back from my errands, whatever time is left in the day, I'll have to ride. But right now, I want to share I think some good quality information. Maybe it'll work for you, and maybe I'm just lucky it worked for me. Now, to be honest, I don't know how much of this works for other people, but I know this worked for me. I had bought this bike many years ago, 8, 9 years ago, I don't know exactly the date. I think it was in 2014, if I'm not right, or 13. But anyway, it came with ordinary B80S spark plugs. And when I did the restoration, and I ran it a couple of times, and the plugs, as with some RDs that are running rich, yeah, from time to time, it wouldn't run the top end exactly the way it should. I changed the plugs, it'd run fine. So I got used to buying a lot of plugs in the beginning. Then I was at Circle Cycle. Pete told me, try the Iridium plugs. Now Pete is a knowledgeable guy, goes back a long ways, and I put in a set of Iridium plugs that lasted 8 years. Basically never fouled a plug. So, and that's a lot of miles. I'm thinking it's probably more like 12,000 miles, something like that. Because in the very beginning when I restored this bike, Luciano and I were two-stroking it sometime twice a week. So anyway, but the Iridium plugs now are getting, so I thought, a good investment. I'll just buy a brand new set of Iridium plugs, put them in the bike. I'm always trying to find things to upgrade so I can make the bike more reliable, and we've been constantly doing upgrades, and I'm looking forward to very soon maybe putting that electronic ignition in. So the objective would be to get the bike running as good as I can before I swap out the ignition, and then I still have to make a decision. There are several choices available, and I don't really know until I do more research which will be the best, but I still want to get a ride today, and I want to swap out the plugs. So step one, as always, is parking lot attendant. Call up my friendly parking lot attendant who looks a lot like me. Get him to move the bike into a reasonably good position. I keep waiting for somebody to take up a collection so I can have a bigger garage. Now, it's really no secret at all. Anybody that's ever raced two-strokes or even dirt bikes, you know nothing makes a bike run nicer than, especially a two-stroke, than a fresh set of plugs. And well, that's what we're hoping for. I really want to get this right as close as I can get it, so I will know when I do that electronic ignition, which I hope to do over the winter. And again, I don't know for sure how that's going to play out, but it's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and it looks like this winter we may have the time. Now, getting the new plugs in, it's usually 5 minutes, and we'll be ready to go. It's just a beautiful day out there, so if this doesn't do it, I don't know. These will be brand new plugs. I've got the two-stroke oil filled up, and the weather's perfect, so we should have a nice ride today. And I'm really hoping soon we're going to be able to get together with other people with two strokes. I know Luciano's got his H1 ready to go. We just can't ever coordinate time. I know Carl has more than one, and we need to get a two-stroke day going and get rid of the mosquito problem up on Bear Mountain. All right, so we're almost done here. I'll be ready. Karen's got my coffee cooking, of course, and I'll be ready to take this out. I remember in the old days carrying around spark plugs and a plug wrench no matter where I went, and it paid. It wasn't for show, that's for sure. All right, we should be good to go here. one of the things I've been working on, to get the idle right down to right the way within factory specs. We're right in factory specs right now. Even as it's warming up. Yeah, we're real close. Okay, boys, any of you fish want to go two-stroking today? Two-stroke oil is available. Don't splash me. I'm trying to get the baby cleaned up before the ride, and it's, boy, the weather just turned out to be super today. You never know when you're going to hit one of these days where there isn't any chance of rain, and the temperature is just about exactly where you want it to be. Now, from having my coffee out on a porch here, look at how beautiful the leaves are turning, and look at this. It just couldn't be any better. I thought I'd use this opportunity to get a couple of pictures while we have the house decorated for Halloween. Yes, sir, it's Halloween, and we got all our stuff up, all our dolls and goblins and everything. There's the biggest goblin of all. So as I'm getting ready to get suited up and take a ride, Karen comes down with two packages. I see one is from Dallas. I have a good idea what's in here since I got an email from them. And I want to preface this by saying thank you, Dallas. These are things, and I've had this on the video already, I don't know what you really call them. I call them snakes. And they're things full of rice. And what happens is, you put them in a microwave. In my case, the microwave a minute and a half. And rice bag. Yeah, Dallas, these are great. I got 3 now, wow. So you put this, here's the thing. And you think anybody over 18's got aches and pains up the kazoo, especially if you ride a sport bike, or especially if you ride fast, or especially if you ride a sport bike very fast. So the aches and pains, you get a minute and a half, wrap this around your neck. In my case, it's usually my wrist, since I've had problems with my wrist for many, many years. I'll just watch TV like that. Elbows, and these things are priceless. They're absolutely priceless. Now, I don't know if Dallas, custom makes these or what, but they really work good. He never told me. Maybe they're all different. And I gave one to my daughter Stacy, who's getting ready to do an operation on her shoulder, and she just wanted pain relief, and she said these things are a miracle. You can't believe it. Now, the only thing I found, if you make them really too hot, more than a minute and a half, you can burn yourself, but you want to be right on a point where you got to move it about every 10 seconds. And when you take it off, you go, wow, these are really good. Dallas, these are great. I can't tell you how much I appreciate these so much. Sometimes I get all excited about getting a package, and Karen says, hey, you got a package, and I open it up, and it's a pair of women's shoes. So I never get too excited until I see what's in there. Anyway, I'm hoping what's in here is what I hope is in here. The stuff for cleaning the face shield, and thank you, Michelle. I know this works well. I'm going to start taking one of these with me on every ride to clean the bugs off, and it really annoys me when I have bugs on the face shield. Then I rub it with my glove, and it makes pancake syrup on your face shield. I know she cleaned my face shield up by Picatinny Arsenal, and it was really, I said, oh my God, I didn't know if the face shield was up or down. Anyway, these were 3 for I think $9. And I don't know what's in here. Let's see. Let's see what's in here. Wow, do I like getting surprise packages. It's too small to be women's shoes. Here we go. Brake lines, and that's exactly what we need. That's the one. Now I ordered one, since they don't have 914, I ordered one a little bit bigger and one a little bit smaller to see if I could improvise a little bit, see how that would work out. And by the way, I've done that with all of the ones I've already changed out, and I'm going to be in the process maybe over the winter of getting rid of every one of the old brake lines. Now, I bought from this company already, and I know these work real well. This one's 1,000, so this one's going to be a little bit longer. That one's going to be a little bit shorter. Let's see what we got. And these are ones, I have these on the RD already, in fact. Front and back. And they've got the spring on them. They got the little rubber gizmo. This is chrome plated. Nice. That's nice. I'm excited. Now, I'm ready to do, once I have both of these, I'm ready to do the next part of the GS project when I get either a rainy day or a day I'm not able to ride. Now, another reason I was comfortable ordering one a little smaller and a little longer, because the one that I don't use, one of the other bikes will more than likely, they're all very similar, the length of the swing arm and everything. So I'll have one in inventory, and that's always a good thing. I always like to have, I like to have everything in inventory. So the way this worked out, what I suggested to Karen, we'll take one of these up by the big screen TV for watching windy videos, of course. Because I have to wear glasses when I watch TV. I have to wear glasses when I drive. And I got one I can probably just keep down here, and this one will go into the tank bag. So $9, I think that was a good deal, and right from Amazon. And thank you again, Michelle. That was such a good little, and that's what this channel is all about, sharing these little tips. So again, this is a tip from Michelle. I make sure I give her the full credit. And most of the people I know have some way of carrying it, but if you didn't even have this, you could put it in your pocket even. Now, there were certain things that I think are well worth mentioning here. That's one of them. And this will take up no space, so when I'm on a break or just hanging out, I can clean the face shield, usually mid-ride. And then we have that season in the summer where there's bugs everywhere. And if we're going out on the RD, we're going to need, we always take a screwdriver to tune the pilot jets. Anyway, it's time. One more cup of coffee, and we'll be out on the open road. Now, sadly enough, the RD is one of the bikes I don't have a way of carrying it, so I always have to be a little bit cautious of what's going on. And a special magic for me with this bike is I get out, it doesn't matter what the road is, a highway, a back road, a twisty, or a straight. And I just love to go through the gears. Oh, no quick shifter, old school, using a clutch. And it's a time machine. At the end of it, I'm 18 years old. Now, of course, keeping any two-stroke running on the razor edge, you constantly have to be dickering around with it because the jetting and everything changes as the weather changes. And the maintenance is high, but the reward is so worth it. You would think this wouldn't be true, but this bike has a really, really comfortable seat. Number one, ridiculously comfortable. The bars are comfortable. It's just a comfortable bike to ride. The suspension's really not that rough. And if you look at the video close, you can see there's still a lot of potholes in this area. And it's a very comfortable bike. I'm always amazed. Now, of course, one of the things with any two-stroke, they're not the greatest on gas, that's for sure. And now that we're all paying for high test around here is about $4 a gallon, and the USA is not energy independent anymore, probably will go to $5 before the summer's out. So this is the oldest bike in my collection, and it's a 1977, of course. And so for me, it's really where my very high involvement in motorcycling started. And all the track days and all the racing I did was on this type of bike.
What a beautiful sunny day. There's not a cloud in the sky. Holy mackerel. What a day.
Now, having one of these old bikes and just getting out on a beautiful day like this, cruising around and burning up that two-stroke oil and going through the gears and trying to avoid the potholes if possible. Well, if there ever was a time machine, if anybody ever invents a time machine, it's probably going to look pretty much like this.
Oh, it's still a pumpkin season here. Beautiful. And beautiful stuff.
So this day just played out way better than I thought it would. The weather was just beautiful. I can't imagine a nicer day. And it's just been an incredible summer. And it looks like as we get into the fall is going to even be better. And Halloween season's even better. Thanksgiving, it's all coming up. But anyway, the whole thing is at some point in time, even I have to get back to the farm. The farm is calling. And on this bike, it's kind of a sad moment when you have to pull back into the driveway and the calendar starts changing and all of a sudden you're 18, 30, 40, 50, 70, in my case 76. But doesn't even matter because I've had my fun and I've been super, super lucky to have gotten this bike for my collection, to have been able to restore it with the help of several people, including Luciano, of course. And all of the things that I've done to it, all of the adventures I've had with it, all of the fun I've had with it, you can't really put a price tag on that. There is no price tag. So if you're new to the channel and this is the first video you've watched, one of the first ones, we try to share our passion for motorcycling. We work on bikes, we ride bikes, we try to review good products, we try to do it all. And I hope you really did enjoy this video. We post something up almost every day. And again, I really do hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much again for watching.